The Xbox 360. I am always going back to this console. I always find myself wanting to collect for the Xbox 360 and just going back and playing this console as much as I can because there's so many amazing nostalgic games for me, and then also just so many phenomenal games in general. Whether that's exclusives or even non-exclusives that just are in the seventh generation that I love playing on my Xbox 360. So taking a look at my game shelf over here, I actually counted the other day, and the Xbox 360 is the console that I do have the most games for. There's just so many good games, man. So many good franchises on this console, including one of my favorites ever, Mass Effect. Even though that is not a console exclusive, that is the one that I played it on first. And it is, I have that trilogy pack, which I think is awesome. You could also play it on, PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 with the Legendary Collection, which I have right here, which if you've never played it, go play this. This is one of the best games of all time, and this is actually the first, second, and third game. So go play them. I love Mass Effect, and that's a little bit off topic, but I have to shout out one of my favorite game franchises ever. Now, aside from the games on the console, the controller is one of my favorite controllers in all-time history. Of any controller that I own, every console that I've ever played, the Xbox 360 controller is definitely, if not my favorite, my top two. Because the PlayStation 5 controller is also an amazing controller. So that's the one I think would compete with this, but I love the Xbox 360 controller. It's just so nice. Now let's, without further ado, turn this baby on. You ready for the best console intro of all time? Let's turn this baby on. Wait for it. The best console intro of all time. Don't at me. This is the best one. You can't argue it. Now, you cannot talk about the Xbox 360 without talking about the games, right? Now, I just picked a few off of my game shelf back here to go over with you guys, and this is not a comprehensive list or anything close to that, but I just wanted to grab a few, bangers and show you guys what I still like to play to this day. I still like to play a ton of games on the 360, but just for a few, and you got to remember, there are plenty of games on the 360 that you can still play multiplayer. Just like I had some footage of Call of Duty Black Ops, the first one. Now, I have every single map pack for this game, so I definitely still go back and play zombies, but you can still play multiplayer on this. Most of the Call of Duties still are active on Xbox 360 multiplayer, so that's really awesome. This is just one of my favorite games ever, honestly. It's definitely, I don't know exactly how it ranks in my top 10 or not, but amazing game right here. My favorite fighting game of all time, Injustice Gods Among Us. If you know me, you know I love this game. I've gone over it in a few videos, I believe, and shorts when it comes to my favorite Xbox 360 games, and this is literally my #1 fighting game of all time. You guys know I love the Lego games. Lego Batman. Lego Batman is a freaking great game. This game also came out in the previous generation in the PS2 era, but I never had it on PlayStation 2. First time I played it was on Xbox 360. Amazing game. It's also on plenty of handhelds, but Lego Batman. One of the games is that kind of introduced me to a different style of game than like the basic Nintendo games or Call of Duty, and that is Batman Arkham Asylum. This is one that I remember renting from Redbox, if you guys remember what Redbox is. That might have dated myself a little bit, but I rented it from Redbox and beat it within a weekend. I freaking loved it, playing through Batman Arkham Asylum, and I definitely got to go back and play through it soon, but I have a super clean copy here. Love this game. Gears of War 3 was an amazing era of the 360. This game, man, I just remember playing over and over again the horde mode and trying to get as far as you can. This game was so fun. The multiplayer was good. The campaign was great. Gears of War 3, if you weren't there for its peak, I'm sorry, you really missed out. Phenomenal game. Halo 3 ODST, another freaking banger. And this, why does this feel so heavy? Hold on. Oh, it's because it has a manual and it's a 2-disc part. There was the complete multiplayer experience, and then the Halo 3 ODST campaign and firefight disc. So that is awesome. Firefight is also super fun in this game. I remember playing a ton of that co-op and multiplayer back in the day with the crew. Great game. I had to mention another Halo game, and this is one that I did a full review on and played earlier this year. It was the first game that I beat this year. I know in 2026, it's crazy. I beat Combat Evolved, and this is the Anniversary Collection, and what's cool about this is that it's the full campaign evolved, not campaign evolved, that's the new one. The full Combat Evolved game, right? Halo 1, but it also, you were able to choose between old graphics and new graphics, which I think is awesome. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I played it on the old graphics. I just think that they look better and that it stays true to the game. But seeing the new graphics is pretty cool. Just to have that as an option is amazing. So that is just a stack of freaking amazing titles for the Xbox 360. I would love to know your favorite Xbox 360 games down below in the comments. I really appreciate any game suggestions that you guys might have. I mean, you guys know you can see I have plenty of Xbox 360 games, but I'm always looking to pick up some bangers that I missed out on. So I thought it'd be cool to mention a few games in my Xbox 360 collection that I haven't gotten to yet that I really want to play. And so starting that off, it's going to be Lost Planet. Now this is Extreme Condition. This is the first game in the series, and I have the second one as well. And I know there's at least a third one. But I definitely want to get to this someday. I know that, there's a lot of people that really like this game, and I think it's a little bit slept on. It looks really fun, so definitely one that I want to get to someday. Next one, this might seem a little weird, but it's one that I found at GameStop, and I do want to play it sometime, and that is Adventure Time Explore the Dungeon Because I Don't Know. Now, this game looks, there's 100 massive levels to explore. I don't really know much about this game. It looks like you're underground. There's solo and multiplayer and co-op. It looks like a really cool game, so it's definitely one I want to check out, of course, and I like the show Adventure Time. So the next one, Deadpool. This is not the super expensive one. The expensive one, I believe, is on PS4, but this one, I think maybe runs around $15, $20 maybe. Even you might find it for $10 if you get lucky. But this is one that, superhero game that I definitely want to check out that I haven't played yet. That I think is actually decently good and, of course, pretty funny and quirky like Deadpool is, obviously, if you've seen the show or seen the movies. Next one's going to be Red Faction Guerrilla. Now, this game I've been recommended to countless times and I still need to get to it. It's like total map just destruction, and that is what I hear is the best thing about this game, is that you can pretty much just like destroy everything, and I just hear that the mechanics are awesome, and it was kind of like the first of its time to do that kind of mechanic. So I really want to get to this one someday. Maybe this year, later on this year, I'll get to it. So those are a few games that I definitely still want to get to. Let me know any Xbox 360 games below. It doesn't have to be a console exclusive. If it is a console exclusive, there's a good chance I've already played it, but definitely let me know below if there's any games that you like on 360 that I should definitely get to. And also let me know if you do like this kind of content, if you like this kind of video. I'm doing something a little bit different than I usually do, so I really appreciate if you guys let me know if you like it down below. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Like I said, any game recommendations, I'd love to know down below. If you guys aren't subscribed, I really appreciate you guys subscribing. I looked at my analytics the other day, and I don't really care that much about analytics, but I thought it was interesting. I saw like 94%, I believe, of people that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So that is pretty, that is kind of shocking. And I know that's fairly normal for a lot of channels, especially I'm a super small channel, so I'm not complaining or anything like that. But I just thought it was funny. So if you guys are willing to subscribe and want to, you know, continue to follow on the journey of game reviews, collecting this kind of content, definitely give me a subscribe, like the video. I really appreciate it. It really means the world to me when you guys are supporting me in that way. And I love getting you guys' comment. I try to reply to every single comment I get, whether that's on a short or a full length video like this one. But anyways, guys, hope you guys are doing amazing, and hope you guys are gaming as much as you can out there. But appreciate it. Man, I freaking love the Xbox 360. Peace.